Saint.
Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you might be tuning in from here. We're just going to give it another like 30 seconds here before we get in. There's several people joining, so we're just going to give another 30 seconds or so, and we'll go ahead and kick this off. I am actually still, for those of you that may have joined me on Friday, I'm at a wellness retreat in St. George, Utah. So I'm up in my room right now. So that's why the background is different than normal, but excited to be with you here today, this Monday, the 10th day of January. We're just 10 days into this brand new year. And so this will be, I think this is actually my official first opportunity presentation of this new year. So excited to do that. Before I go ahead and jump into that, let me just take a moment and give you guys a little bit of background or history on me. If for those of you that may not know me, or I have been involved, in this industry of network marketing now for 32 years, coming up on 33. Actually, I think it is 33 years now. And my background before I entered this industry, it was not anything to do with sales or business. Right out of high school, went to work in a potato chip snack food company. I was a maintenance person, welding, building, maintaining equipment, things of that nature. I was very much of an introvert, very shy and introverted. I in high school have, I had dyslexia all through school. Still have dyslexia here today. I still struggle with it, but back then really affected my self-esteem and my self-confidence. Literally wouldn't even say hi to someone unless they said hi to me first. And the reason I share that with you is, as you're looking at this and, asking yourself, can I do this? Can this really work for me? Is this really possible? I'm here as living proof and to tell you that it is possible. I mean, what's so exciting about what we have here is it doesn't matter, where you live, what you do, what your age, what your education, what your financial background is, you can do this and you can achieve levels of success that you may have never, ever imagined. If you can stay focused, if you stay consistent, if you believe in what it is we have and what we're doing in this industry of network marketing, it can completely be totally life-changing. I mean, I was, like I said, right out of high school, working in this potato chip factory, making $9 an hour, and, started out in this industry part-time. My goal was to make just a few $100 extra a month, which would have been a big deal for me. And I was able to do that relatively soon. And then I thought, wow, wouldn't it be something to make $1,000 a month part-time, extra money? And, again, that's 32 years ago. And then I started thinking about full-time, which took me, for me, it was $3,000 a month. If I could get to $3,000 a month, it was more than I was making on a full-time basis, I would make the transition and into this industry full-time. It took me about 6 months to do that. And, it just kept growing. I kept learning. I kept growing. The business kept growing. And, here I am 32 years later. And guys, I share this with you not to impress you, just more to impress upon you, right? I entered with a goal of making a few $100 extra a month. Today, having 32 years in the industry, about $27 million in commissions. So this can be completely and totally life-changing. Okay. And so what I want to do is I want to share my screen and I want to talk about some things I think are important, right? As you consider this, or as you talk to others, what they may want to consider. And so the first thing I want to say is I think everyone today is interested in making more money. Most everyone today, I kind of joke about it. Somebody says, if somebody tells you they don't need extra money, they'll lie about other things too. I mean, everybody would like to make some extra money if it made sense. And we have a business model, whether it's a few $100 extra a month, whether it's just trying to get your products for free, whether it's serious part-time income or full-time income, All of that is being accomplished here, right? So, and people are looking in ways that I think, as a matter of fact, I think I heard a statistic, something like 4.6 million people quit their job in November. They just don't want to go back to work. They want to figure out a way to work from home. And that's the other major part of what this business is about, the ability to work from home. Being able to do something, without giving up the security of your full-time job, have a home-based business. So yes, are people interested in making extra money? Absolutely. Are people interested in better health? Again, I would say, absolutely, especially with what's gone on around the world, keeping, the healthier you are, the better chance you have of handling, any major issues that might, come into your life health-wise. But, I heard a saying once, and they said, if you can't, afford, health, how are you ever going to afford sickness, right? So, staying healthy as hell, and that's what I'm doing right now. I mean, I'm at this wellness retreat, working on my overall health and well-being, right? And so people are definitely interested in what we have from a product standpoint. Time freedom. I think this is another area that a lot of people don't even know how to accomplish it. And what does it mean to me? Time freedom, in my mind, is when you can do what you want, when you want, with who you want, right? It's when you can remove yourself from the generation of income, right? And let me clarify that. If you have a job, right, and if you stop going to that job, you stop getting paid, right? So that's not time freedom. Time freedom is when you can have an income being generated without your day-to-day activities. And through the business model that we have, by sharing these products and building a base of people using and consuming these products, you can actually remove yourself from that generation of income, right? Where people are going to use and consume them and buy them, whether you do anything today or not, right? And so the same is true when you introduce people to the business and they start helping you grow your business. And again, so the idea of doing something once and getting paid again and again and again, creating that time freedom, very attractive, I think. Now, another thing, to consider is, again, not to be elaborate, but I mean, a lot of people just don't want to go back to work, but the reality of it is most people are worried about their health and they're worried about their finances, and they don't know what to do or where to turn, in many cases living a life of quiet desperation. And so what I believe we have is an answer. I think we have a better way. And what's making it all possible is this incredible industry of network marketing, the home-based business industry. It's a way for an everyday person to start a business without all of the overhead, without all of the risk, to learn as they earn, do it without giving up the security of their full-time job, build something part-time from their home all over the world. Okay, and a lot of people don't really understand what it is. I mean, what is network marketing? It really is nothing more than another form of distribution. And to better understand it, think about traditional distribution, retail. Think about a store, think about all the products sitting on the shelves in those stores, and understand that about 50% of the cost of those products sitting on those store shelves is advertising. I mean, they're paying actors and athletes and high budget advertising campaigns, literally hundreds of millions of dollars to get you to walk into that store and pick it off the shelf. And this is also true online. Companies pay influencers millions of dollars. It's reported that The Rock gets $1 million for an Instagram post. So that has to come out of the cost of the product. Why is network marketing so powerful? We don't do that, right? We're not spending that money, that 50%, instead of going to the actors and the athletes and the high budget advertising campaigns. It goes to you, real people having real results, sharing their belief and excitement about something. That 50% goes to you instead of the actors and the athletes and the high budget advertising. And that's important to understand, because people can hear about the crazy incomes that are earned and they're like, how is that possible, right? It's because we're not paying Brad Pitt, right, or Angeli or Tiger Woods or whatever. So, but as I shared, I've been 32 years in this industry and I've learned a lot of lessons. And one of the things that I've learned is that all of these companies, right, and or opportunities are made up of 5 critical elements, right? The company, the product, the compensation, the timing, and the training and support. And if 2 or 3 of these critical elements are missing, It literally doesn't matter how good you are or how hard you work. I mean, despite your best efforts, you're going to struggle. It's when all 5 of those critical elements come together where the magic happens and the fortunes are made. And that's exactly where I believe we are right now with Valentus. I mean, all of those critical elements are in place. Matter of fact, as good as they are, they continue to get better. So many things happening right now with our company that are making everything better, making our company better and stronger, especially in the IT department, making our products better, our compensation, the training support with the app. I mean, everything is getting better. So a little bit about us. We got our start in July of 2014. That first year doing only $300,000 in sales, right? And our second year, 3 million in sales. Our third year, 32 million in sales. And I can just kind of keep ramping it up here with our 7 years of existence. But today we've done over $250 million in total sales and revenue. Okay, and that's exciting. Few companies have ever accomplished that, right? But what's more exciting is not what we've done, but I believe what we're going to do over the course. What we've done in the last 7 years, I think we can do again in the next 18 to 24 months. The other thing that I think is different about what we have at Valentus is what I call the 6th element. It's the culture, it's the energy, it's the vibe, and it spawns directly from, pictured on the side there, Dave Jordan and his wife, Joyce, the CEO, the founder, the visionary behind this company. Now, one of the areas that we are focused on and really kind of brought our company to the dance, what we're probably most known for is weight loss, helping people with weight loss. And, as you think about the weight loss industry, and I've struggled with my weight my entire adult life. And one thing I know is people that struggle with weight, they think about it every single day. They're willing to try anything. And literally, I have tried everything. I mean, I've done the meal replacements, I've done the shakes, I've done the prescription drugs, acupressure, I've done it all. And one word sums it up, and that is miserable. I mean, that is why I believe most people, whatever the diet they're trying or, program that they're trying just simply doesn't work because they're miserable. They can't do it long term. It's costly, it's complicated, and as a result, they quit, right? Think about this. Imagine there was a way that you could do something that you already love, such as drink coffee, right? 80% of the population drinks coffee every single day. And folks, they don't just drink it, they love it. They can't imagine starting their day without it. They're going to drink it every day without even thinking, and they're going to do it the rest of their life. Now imagine that very same thing, having some ingredients that can help you control your appetite, that can help you manage and control your weight and even lose weight. That is exciting, okay? Now we have another product called Thermal Perk. This can enhance the results that you would receive from the coffee. It actually can be taken by itself. It's thermo, so it's thermogenic, and increase your metabolism, your core body temperature. It's also going to help with your appetite suppression to help you push the plate away and say, you know what, I'm actually not really hungry. So you can eat less. Now we have a whole line of products that you can help in the area of weight loss. I mean, we have the carb blocker, the 24/7 carb blocker. If you're not a coffee drinker, we have, keto or a cocoa, and we have a product called Tropical Blast. We also have a keto creamer, right? So again, but the coffee is really the tip of the arrow. I mean, that's just because 80% of the population, I mean, there's the only thing that's drank more than coffee is water. Think about that. I mean, that's incredible. Now we have a couple other products that can enhance. We have this product called Relief. This is, most people have, some, gut health, some challenges, but this can not just improve your overall health and well-being by, helping you, digest your foods properly and such. I mean, so many of our health issues spawn from our gut. Right. And if we can get that working well, I mean, from weight loss to literally A to Z, you can improve things. And we also have a CBD product, which is, very exciting. And it's most of the CBD type products out there are all oil based. And, they actually only have an absorption of that active ingredient in a very small, like 5-10%. This is actually got a 95% absorption of that exact active ingredient absorbing into your body in this spray mist. Powerful, powerful product. Okay. Next, this is another new product I'm just going to touch on, and this is a nitric oxide product. Again, it's in a little spray bottle, just couple 4 or 5 squirts. It's gonna it's gonna help your overall cardiovascular system, your heart health, if you will. Increasing your circulation can help with a lot of different things, energy, sexual performance, all those types of things can be impacted by getting nitric oxide. If any of you know what nitric oxide is, powerful thing that most people are depleted in. Okay, Emulin. This another, again, powerful product brought to us by a guy by the name of Dr. Joseph Ahrens. We have 2 of them, an M and a C. M is for maintenance, C is for control. What this product will do, and what's interesting too, is it has a clinical study published in a peer medical journal on the product itself. This is going to help the way your body processes carbohydrates and sugars. Okay, and if you're someone that deals with some blood sugar issues, then you want to take the C. That's what that stands for, is control, helping you control your blood sugars. Phenomenal product. Again, if you want to look at all of them and get a better understanding, go to valentusproducts.com. I touched on a few of them here today. I didn't take a deep dive or anything. I just kind of gave you a quick overview of what some of them can do. But do your own due diligence. Now, I want to talk about timing. Okay, remember, I talked about those 5 critical elements, right? The company and the product we touched on. Timing, another major element. If you look at anyone who has ever made a lot of money in their life, timing had something to do with it, right? Getting involved in something before the whole world has heard about it and be a part of helping the world learn about it, right? If you can find yourself there, that's where fortunes are made. All right. And that's exactly where we are today with Valentus. And I know every company tells you the timing is perfect. And how do you really know? Well, folks, I've studied this. I've done the research. It's actually very predictable. Timing is very predictable. And it's really about numbers. It's how many distributors are there and what's the sales volume. And if you can find yourself in what we call the sweet spot, where the numbers make sense and you can apply effort, and that's exactly where we are. We're right smack in the middle of that sweet spot, here in North America, in Europe, just getting started in Asia. I mean, we could, as a company, simultaneously move through this, sweet spot and hit this critical mass window, in 2 or 3 regions in the world at the same time. Could be just explosive growth. Compensation, another one of the critical elements. Again, every company tells you they have the best, right, most lucrative compensation plan. The reality of it is they all have about the same money to pay out. The real question is who gets it, right? And what do you have to do to get it? And that's where, our plan really excels. We do pay out 50%, right? But what we don't have is all the hurdles and the hoops and the structure requirements that make people fill their garage up trying to stay active or involved. We just don't have those things, right? So little quick overview of how the compensation works. You can take and attract customers, just referring people to our website or sharing the products with them, and you can make up to 40% every single month off of that customer activity. Okay. If you were to buy a business pack or a career pack, what that does is it decreases the cost of what you pay. Then you can resell that to someone else and actually increase your margins to that 50% range. We have a fast start bonus. This is when somebody else says, you know what, hey, I want to do this too. What do I need to do? Well, if they were to join you, you can, depending on where they start, earn up to $200 as a one-time, fast start or first order bonus. We have a legacy code. This is exciting because this is where you can make an additional $100 on every person you enroll with a business or career pack. But most importantly, on your entire legacy team, all the people within your team, as they bring people in, you can make $100 on the people they bring in. Okay, that's very exciting. The dual team commissions, this is the monthly consumption. It's everybody using the products. You can earn up to $100,000 per week, not year, not month, but per week in that particular plan. The dual team matching check. This is exciting because you're rewarded by helping others be successful. The global pool, which, is designed for really new people, the car bonus, again, money all over it. So, the question you may be asking is, can I do this? And folks, the thing is we really only do two things. We share Valentus with others, and we follow up to determine their interests. And as far as sharing, we make it super simple. Think about it this way. Have you ever gone to a really good movie or eaten at a great restaurant and told somebody about it? Okay, I think we've all done that, right? And that's all we do here. Your job is not to try to, explain everything to people. See, we have tools for that, right? Your job, just like telling somebody about that movie, you don't tell them about the whole movie, you just tell them they got to see it, right? Or going to that restaurant, you don't explain it bite by bite. You just say, this restaurant was unbelievable, you got to try it. And that's your job. That's your job, is to stimulate an interest. And through our Share Valentus app and through, the websites and the videos and the different things we have, that's where, you've stimulated an interest to get them to say, I want to know more. This sounds interesting. I'm intrigued. You send them some links through this app or, whatever. And then we're here as what we call your upline. To get on a three-way call with you, or get on a Zoom like we're doing right now, and answer questions and help overcome objections and help people understand. We're here to help you build belief in your people. Now, to get started, there's really five options. The first one is you can kind of stick your toe in the water and try any one of our products, $59 basically. If you want a little better deal, you can, for $160, get three of the products. You can, get a little better deal again. If you do the advanced pack, $263, that gives you 6 products. So each pack is a little better value. But if you're really looking to do this from a business standpoint, what I encourage you to do is either the business pack or the career pack. And there's really 5 reasons for that. The first one is the example that you set. Okay, now what I mean by this is people tend to look at what you do, not as much as what you say, right? And so when you get started a certain way, because I promise you, when they say, this looks really good, I want to do this too, what did you do? And you have to tell them. And so you have the ability to kind of set the pace, set the example on, how you started, and they will likely start that same way. So getting started with a business pack or a career pack, good example, gives you some product, right? Some inventory to sample, to sell, to use, obviously. It's a better value. Again, the highest price you're going to pay is a single unit, right? That's $59. With a business pack, brings it down to $39, with a career pack down to $36. So, that's easy math to know if you pay $36 for something, you're going to make more money on it. It's a better value. It demonstrates commitment. This is also something I think is important, is demonstrating commitment. It maximizes your earnings. When you join with a business pack, you automatically become a Ruby within the compensation plan. And there's benefits that come with this. As long as you then maintain your monthly 100-point order, you're going to maintain all those benefits of Ruby, which is you go from a 5% on the residual side of our business, the dual team, you jump to the top of the scale, which is 20%. Right. And so that's pretty, again, easy math. You want to make 5% or 20%. And it automatically starts qualification for legacy. And you automatically get locked in to a 4 or 5 level matching check. Again, the key here is you have to maintain. You start that way and you have to maintain that 100-point order to maintain those benefits. Now, the last question I'll ask you before we say goodbye here today is, do you want to do this? I think that's important. This is fun. This is a fun business, lose weight, additional income. And you think about it, that's kind of the worst case scenario. Should you say yes here? That's kind of the worst case scenario. But what has driven me in my life are the what ifs in life. Some people are, what if it doesn't work? I'm like, what if it does? What if I could make an extra few $100s a month without giving the security up of my full-time job? I could learn as I earn, build a internet-based business all over the world from my home, right? I mean, what if it turned into something significant? What if it turned into serious part-time income or even full-time income as it has for so many? And the ability to, work from home, what I think it does is gives you the ability to own your own life. I mean, think about what that might look like, right? Where you can do, when you want, with who you want, as much as you want, from where you are, right? Anywhere in the world. That's a very exciting. Personal development, tax advantages, literally everything becomes deductible, and recognition. I mean, most people in their jobs, about the only time they ever get recognized is when they mess up. I mean, imagine being part of something where, people are constantly encouraging you and wanting you to do better and help you, and appreciate you. So with that being said, I'm going to leave you with this, and that is most people live in what I call a someday world. And what I mean by that is everything is someday. I mean, and think about, we just crossed over into New Year, New Year's resolutions. Everybody wants to make this year a better year. But they just get bogged down with how or what or can I really do this? And they just keep kicking the can down the road. If you don't believe me, think back 5 years. What was life like 5 years ago, and what is it like today? And for most people, not much has changed. But here's the scary thought, right? Think ahead 5 years, because I can tell you it'll be a snap of a finger, and we're going to be 5 years down the road. The question is, will have anything changed for you? And that's where Valentus comes in, because I believe we can change the course of the next 5 years of your life for the rest of your life. But folks, the key is you need to do it now. Don't procrastinate. Think about it. We're 10 days into this brand new year. The whole year is in front of us. If not this, what, right? If not now, when? I mean, now procrastination is the thief of success. If you're just new and just looking at this right now, just do it now. Get back with the person who invited you on this Zoom. Get your questions answered, and let's change the course of the next 5 years of your life. With that, everybody, have a fantastic rest of your day. I'm going to say goodbye to you and hope you got some good information. And we'll talk to you again for those that want to join me on Friday for the Fireside Chat, which will be talking about branding. Thanks now. Bye.